Hi guys, sorry my video's late. Thank you for being patient with me though. Today I want to share with you my personal story. Right from the rip, I've always struggled with anxiety. Since preschool to third grade, I would cry constantly from separation anxiety from my mom. As I got older, it was still intense. When I was 8, I remember crying all alone downstairs in the basement because in 10 years, I was going to be out in the world alone and on my own, so I thought. That thought terrified me. So you may be wondering why I never told anyone. Well, I never told a soul what I truly felt. This was also a time when anxiety wasn't really talked about or heard of. I was afraid I was gonna get laughed at and ridiculed. So this anxiety carried all the way into adulthood. It reared its ugly head in every single one of my relationships. I was always worried they were gonna leave. It didn't help that I lost my dad when I was 15. I thought everyone was gonna leave. Eventually, they all do. But the thing with that is you will always have their memories and the person you became from their presence in your life. Relationships were always a struggle to me. I've suffered a lot in them. I'm not perfect, and I wasn't always the best partner growing up, I will admit. But now I'm focused on myself and my journey through this world. I want to leave it better than I found it. So when I first turned 18, I had no idea what I wanted to do in life. So I worked and went to college. I was so depressed all the time. So I was just going through the motions. Once I turned 19, I left for Arizona. My boyfriend at the time lived there, and I needed a fresh start. So I lived there for a while and still was seriously depressed still. Thinking sunshine would fix everything. It did not. Once I turned 21, I got admitted to a psych unit for the first time, and it was the worst one in Ohio. They diagnosed me with bipolar 1 and schizophrenia. From there, I started my medication and my new rituals, getting back to my new normal. As I grew older, I was put on many different medications. I saw a lot of doctors, psychiatrists, therapists, the plethora. As I neared 25, I started to drink heavily to deal with my problems. I hated my job, where I lived, my intimate relationship, and most importantly, I hated myself. I was cutting my medication in half because I didn't like how it made me feel. I hated being tired all the time. All the caffeine in the world couldn't help. My body was severely damaged from all the abusive alcohol and my head meds. So I was in and out of psych units from my early 20s into my 30s. Granted, the past few years, I have been admitted maybe once or twice a year. I progressively have gotten better. Also, when I turned 30, I quit drinking and doing drugs for a while, and I know that helped keep me stable. Which brings me here to tell you that your story is not over. You matter, and just because you don't feel right now, show yourself some grace. Nobody has it all together. We're all learning. Trials and tribulation are what challenge us to be better, to show up for the world, our people, our family, and most importantly, ourselves. So when life gets hard and you feel down, take a moment, appreciate what this is teaching you, and overcome. Please don't stop because you deserve a beautiful life. Thanks for listening.